Hi, hello, I'm Queen of Vikings. Welcome to part 2 of Content Creator Q&A. All right, let's get this right off the bat. Let's start. What's something that you dread about your job or something you love that keeps you going? Ooh. I dread the drama because being a content creator is like being back in high school. There is so much bullshit that happens behind the scenes that honestly could all be fixed with proper communication, but that's too much to ask for most adults. But there's so much bullshit. That's something I dread a lot. Like if I make a new friend in the content space, I'm like, oh my god, they're really nice. And I immediately hear like 20 terrible things. I'm like, well, let me see how they do. Obviously, it depends on what I've heard. But okay, well, let me see how they are first. Like I always do make my own opinion about a person. Unfortunately, most of the time, other people's perspectives are correct. But that is definitely something I dread. Like when I'm really excited to make a new friend and then they end up being fucking terrible. And it's like, shit. Which it happens. I would say another thing because something else came to mind as I was talking about that, another thing that I dread. I think that's it. Just like the drama aspect of it all is like, ugh. Really? Y'all could have had a conversation. This could have been fixed. What's the problem? Well, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to be in the same. Shut up. You're 40! Anyways. That's something I dread. Now, something that keeps me going that I love is you guys. 100% keep me going every single day, okay? I'm not kidding when I say that, because there's times where I've thought about giving up, and you guys keep me going. And the fact that I'm building a life for King and I, a better life, keeps me going. So those are the two things that keep me going. That's it. How's my streaming? It's going good. It's going good. I just started streaming on YouTube now as well on my gaming channel, so if you guys are interested, head over there. What's something you've seen that has held back small content creators of 5 years? Getting obsessed with the numbers, being too parasocial with your viewers, not being internet safe. Y'all do house tours and talk about, here's my day, a day in the life, and you show exactly how long it takes you to get from your workplace and shit. Don't tear down other small creators just because they're going a little bit bigger than you. We're supposed to support each other. The moment you start trashing everybody just because you're a little jealous that they're getting more views than you, your content is gonna suffer itself, and people don't like that. Like, you have to be likable. That's another thing. You gotta be likable at the end of the day. People have to like you. If you're a piece of shit or if you're an asshole, people aren't really gonna like you, right? Gotta be likable. Those I'd say would be my things. Just don't get caught up in the numbers. Oh my god, please don't. How do you deal with all the people lusting over you? I made a passes account, so if they're gonna lust over me, they're gonna pay me to do it. You can think I'm hot if you want to see more. It's not for free, so lust away. Go to passes. How is it balancing all of your lovely fans and followers versus the parasocial who go too far? Fantastic question. I don't tolerate the parasocial, even a little bit. If I feel like you're being parasocial, I'm going to tell you, hey, you're pushing the boundary a little bit, let's back up. I never call you guys my friends. I've never even said I love you. I say I love y'all. If you guys say, oh my god, Queen, I love you so much, I say thank you, I appreciate it. Because all it takes is one creepy person to screen record me saying I love you, and then suddenly making it think that like I'm talking about them, and now they've concocted that we're married. Here's my theory. If the sane mind can think it, a deranged one can do it. So that is how I keep that at bay. It is a frequent reminder, a frequent boundary that I have put to be like, if I haven't, like, we're not friends, I don't love you. I appreciate you. Love is a very strong word to me. I don't use it lightly. How do you go from being a hobby to full-time? It was an accident. It's completely an accident. It just took off, and then I was making more money, so I said, fuck it, let me try. It was a complete accident. Do you make sure you take breaks? As you're always working with YouTube, Twitch, and others. I don't make sure I take breaks. My management team does, and my team is really nice to me, and they make sure I take breaks when I'm not doing good. I actually just wasn't doing good for like, I think 2 weeks, and had a really bad like down. So yeah, they were very helpful with that. But no, I don't know how to take breaks. It's a frequent problem. It's fine. Small content creator here, do you edit your own stuff? If not, how do you find an editor? I used to edit my own stuff, and then it became a time where I needed an editor. So now, yes, I do have an editing team, and I have a thumbnail artist on standby always. I had found my original editors through Fiverr. Now my management team found them for me through a whole application process, and I don't actually know how they found them. My management team found them for me, but they're all really great. I adore them. Shout out editors. Make a little like smiley face for y'all or something. I don't know. Would I say that I'm a funny person? I'm hilarious. Yeah. Do you remember the first time a video or anything got super popular? Yes, I do. I do remember. My first video that got popular was my video where it was achievement unlocked. That like filter had just popped up and you could tweak what it said in the achievement unlocked. It was a really good filter. And I just walked around my apartment at the time, which was definitely unsafe because I showed so many parts of that. I walked around my apartment and like I would flicker the light switch and it wouldn't work and it would say achievement unlocked, forgot to pay the bill. And it was just stuff that was silly like that. And that got like 20,000 views, which as an account that had like 5,000 people at the time, that was like, wow! Now it's more like an average for me. That's a crazy, wow. Well, not on TikTok. TikTok is, right? But everywhere else is great. What's one project you really want to do that you simply have not had time to do yet? I want to start voice acting. I just haven't had the fucking time to record anything or do anything or get a proper setup because I just want to steal that corner and just put my mic over there. You guys can't see where I'm pointing, but it's just the corner where my door is. You don't need much. But voice acting, I really, really want to get into it. I do tons of voices on stream anyway, and my community's told me that I should try it. So I want to give it a shot. That's definitely what I want to do. What content other than streams, clips, and videos do you make by hand? That's kind of all my content, man. I make my streams on my own. I make all of my clips on my own. I do my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook videos on my own. My past content on my own. The only thing I don't do that isn't edited by me is my YouTube content. Like this video right now was not edited by me. I review everything to make sure that everything is the way I want it, but I don't edit it anymore. Now I have a lot more time to film, which is great. Is it an easy start when starting YouTube or was it difficult? YouTube? I love YouTube. It has been the most consistent platform since its birth, but it is quite hard to start on it. The reason I think I do well on here is because I already had a following elsewhere, so I can just gear people over here. Hi, nice to meet you. My content is good also, right? There is that sort of keeps the retainer, right? My people are still here because the content's good. But it is hard to start, especially if you edit your own stuff. It takes so much time. And not everybody has that, especially not in this fucking economy. Who has time? Did you ever hit a creative wall? Yes. If so, how do you get out of it? It's a great question. I've hit creative walls before. How I film my TikTok videos, because I just kind of repurpose my TikTok videos elsewhere, I will get a burst of creativity and film for about 6 hours sometimes, even 10. I will film for like a whole day, and I can get 15 to 30 videos out of that. And I post once a day, which means I'm good for 15 days or a month. So if I have a creative block during that time, I always make sure that I have enough of like a buffer that I can hit a creative wall and be fine. And you guys would never know. What's the best part about being a content creator? The traveling is a huge bonus. Just getting to go everywhere is really fun. The best part is also just being able to be on my own schedule, which is a bit of a bittersweet thing because yes, I'm on my own schedule. The schedule is 24/7, but if I, for example, need to leave for a week, like I'm filming this before I leave for VidCon, like the day of. If I need to leave for a week, I can, right? It's having a lot more freedom while also being super constrained because I'm still going to be working on the plane. I'm still going to work when I get to VidCon. Still going to be working all the time. But I would say traveling is a big part. Do you have a creator fund in Quebec? No. Or do you only make money from passes and Twitch? I make money from YouTube, passes, and Twitch. Those are my 3 revenues. And Twitch is really I only make money from live, right? So whenever I travel a lot, Twitch starts to hurt a little bit, but I make money from, my main source would be passes. I'll be transparent. Passes is where I can thankfully afford food and bills and my rent, which is great. So those are my 3. We don't have creator funds here. What's the hardest part about starting out as a creator? I would say the motivation and the staying consistent. That's like the biggest killers, I find. Because yes, consistency is key. This is true. This is the truest thing you'll ever hear. I'm not a huge fan of the find your niche thing because I personally have gotten bored of my niche before. So I'm not a fan of that specific helper, I suppose. But, what was the question? Hardest thing, yes, about a content creator is the consistency. I have posted every day for the past, I think I'm in my 7th year. There's like a day sometimes every 6 months that I might just forget because I missed my time slot for posting and for it to do good. That, consistency. How has being in the public eye affected you, positive and negatives? I don't notice it, I guess. I'm definitely more cautious when I go out, I suppose. I don't really notice it all that much. I've gotten stopped before, which is fine. It's just kind of like, oh, hey, hi, yeah, what's up? Okay, cool, bye. And then I move on with my day. So I guess I don't really notice it all that much. Has it affected me? Let's get introspective for a second. It's definitely changed who I've hung out with. mainly because there were certain people who didn't like the attention, which is fine. It has made me lose friends, which were they really my friends to begin with? If when this happened to me, this really exciting, super great thing happened to me, they fucked off because they got jealous? No, they weren't. I mean, the positives of it, is there positives to being public? I get to meet cool people, I guess. I didn't really put much thought into that. I don't know if it did really affect me that way. What's the biggest misconception that you've seen or experienced? Hear me out. Hear me out. Let me get the full sentence out. The biggest misconception about being a content creator is that it's easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would be fucking doing it. And it doesn't work like that. Not everybody's fucking doing it. Everybody's trying. Not everybody is succeeding. Now, I know what you're gonna say, right? It's not as hard as working a 70-hour work week in construction. I didn't fucking say that, did I? It's not as hard as working as an accountant with numbers all day. I didn't fucking say that. I just said it wasn't fucking easy. Every job has its trials and tribulations, right? With this job, I would say the hard aspect that makes a lot of people struggle is the fact that you don't clock out. You don't clock out. This does not end. It is eternal. And there's no end in sight. Really, you just keep going to something, right? So I would say that's the biggest misconception, is that it's easy, because it's not. It is hard to consistently stay motivated, to be, I'm gonna use the word on because I know other creators are on. It's hard to not clock out. Like, hubby and I have argued before because I've been on my phone so much. I'm really trying not to use it as much. It's hard because it's my job. So even when I'm on vacation, for example, I'm about to go to Hawaii with the girls. You think I'm not gonna work for a week? No, I'm gonna work pretty much the whole time, because that's what happens. You work all the time, which causes burnouts all the time, which makes you mentally not okay all the time. There are definitely some hard things with this, and that's, as is every job. But, if the job is so easy, everybody else would be doing it successfully, and they're not. That would be the biggest misconception I think I've heard. So hear me out on that, but it's not an easy job. Do you ever get self-conscious? How do you cope? So I don't get self-conscious about a physical appearance. I'm hot. Might as well be a goddess reincarnate, right? That's how I feel. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't get self-conscious. I'm very confident in who I am, what I do, the fact that I continue to grow as a person, the fact that I continue to learn from every aspect of my life. I don't really get self-conscious. Humans have tried, don't get me wrong. Like, people have tried to tear me down in comments before, but I don't see hate comments the same way other people do. I don't take it as a personal attack. I take it as their insecurity coming out. Like, I've got called manly multiple times, and that just tells me that person feels like fragile in their masculinity, because if I look like a dude, what the fuck do you look like? Like, that's how I see those kinds of comments. Or if someone tries to comment on my look and be like, you're ugly, you're fucking blind, actually. So it just doesn't affect me that way. I've just sort of twisted how I see negativity in the space to more reflect on the individual than it reflects on me. That's how I've been able to maintain this confidence of myself. And I'm nervous when I meet new people, but I wouldn't say it's a self-conscious thing. It's more like I just really hope they're not a shitty person. I'm less of, oh my god, I really hope they like me so much. I'm more just like, I hope they're not shitty. So that, I guess, there you go. That's the answer to that. Was it hard for you to decide to be a content creator as a Canadian where the companies are US based? It doesn't change anything. I just get my money in Canadian instead of US. That doesn't change much, to be honest. What was the moment you realized I want to continue doing this full time? When I started streaming and I saw how much each stream meant to everybody. That was like, all right, let's keep going. Definitely. How hard was it to start, and how long did it take for your content to gain attention? Ooh, so I started in 2019 and it became a full-time job in 2022. So that's 2019, 2020, 2021. It took almost 4 years of consistent posting for me to see something out of it. No, it did not become my full-time job in 2022. I started streaming in 2022. It became my full-time job in 2023, so it took 5 years before I started making it my full-time job. So it takes fucking time. Did you ever think you would get this far when you first started? Like, no, but yeah. So like there is that small part of myself that I had hope. I had a little glimmer of hope, and maybe this could be something, but it wasn't the original intent. It was hope for the best, prepare for the worst, right? Hope for that maybe one day become something, prepare for the fact that it probably won't. And it did, so woohoo. Is it true you have to post a certain amount of videos in a week on all platforms? The only thing that's kind of true with is Facebook. Facebook, if you're monetized, I believe you have to post twice a day. But the other ones, I'm not monetized on any of the other ones. I'm not monetized on Facebook either. But I don't think you have to post a certain amount. You typically just, some people will say, oh my God, post 4 times a day. You're gonna want to blow your brains out in a couple months. Don't do that. That's how you get burnout. I post once a day. That works perfectly fine. You can post every 2 days. As long as you have a consistent schedule of posting, it's fine. I will say though, it is important to post on every platform. I personally have Snapchat as a personal. I don't post anything on Snapchat. If there is a Snapchat of me, it's not me. So maybe I should get on that just to keep the name. But I just wanted to have one platform that wasn't for work, you know? What did you do to keep yourself going when you first started and no one really watched your stuff? Spite. I shit you not. Spite. I was getting pretty teased by the people that were in my life at the time for posting, and spite is a hell of a thing, and I just kept posting because I wanted to give a giant fuck you to them. And I did! Okay, this is the last little bit. Are YouTube and TikTok and Instagram moving your cheese and making it harder for you to make money? I don't know what moving your cheese means. That sounds like an innuendo. A TikTok, the only reason I still post on there is because it's where most of my following is. But if it's not where it was, I wouldn't be posting as much. I'm gonna be entirely honest. It's a really good foundation platform because people follow really easily on that one. But viewer-wise and retainer-wise, I gain much more from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and every other platform, essentially. I don't make money on any of those except for YouTube, Twitch, and passives. I think I said it in this video. I think I said that one. Or it wasn't the other one. But yes, they do make it quite difficult. How did you meet other creators? Most of the time it's events or streams. We'll notice each other's streams and then we start rating each other and then we become friends. Doesn't take much in this space. I think that's it. Cool. I hope I was able to help with this and maybe either steer you guys towards it or away from it, either or. So, one thing I will note to sort of end off on this. I don't believe content creation is for everybody, in the sense that I think that the hate can get to a lot of people. Understandably so. If you're getting berated every fucking day, you need to have a fucking spine to handle it. And I think that it can be very detrimental to people's mental health. It can change what their image is, right? If people are starting to say stuff about how they look, it's going to get in your head. So sort of a word of caution to take that in consideration if content is something you want to start doing, just to remember that hate is inevitable. It shouldn't be, but it is because it's the fucking internet. And just be careful with yourselves and remember to take breaks. She says, knowing full well she doesn't take breaks. Like, comment, subscribe, comment below. Bye. Okay. It says stop. We gotta go.
Oh, what? Please, I can have some more.
Oi, bruv.
Come here often, sweet cheeks? Smash.
Wow. I really have to pee.
Here. Okay. Yeah.